all, welcome to the second review of the night, which I am calling the, whoa, that 8.5 hit me a little bit harder than I expected review. But I'm still going to go ahead with the second review because, well, obviously, as you can see, it's now dark outside. I waited an hour and a half. I slowly drank that beer over an hour, and I've waited another half hour while drinking this tea here, washing it down with some tea, and also a little bit of water as well. Love me some Earl Grey. So kind of rehydrating at least a little bit. And we're on to review the second beer of the night. Now, second beer of the night is not a local brew. This was just at sale. This was just on sale at Safeway. This is from Left Coast Brewing Company in San Clemente, California. And this is Asylum Belgian Style Triple Ale. So let's read the back, shall we? Asylum is in the style of a Belgian triple. It has a beautiful golden color. Its relatively light body is deceiving for a beer of its character. It has a sweet and spicy, complex fruity aroma and flavor derived from our distinct Belgian yeast strain. Asylum finishes with a subtle, warming character to help you relax on any night. Asylum is an exceptionally smooth Belgian-style brew. Drinking great beer brings the world together. Vrede op aarde, peace on earth. Family owned and operated in the iconic surfside town of San Clemente, California. Left Coast Brewing. And there's a little saying here. People that go left are in their right mind. Has the IBUs? IBU is 27. Pretty much bog standard for a Belgian. And alcohol percentage, ABV, is 11.8. So this is probably going to wallop me. But that's okay. I want to get walloped. I don't have to work tomorrow. And I've had a shitty weekend. Have you ever had a job you don't like? Yeah. Let this warm a little bit. Not overly much, though. And of course, pouring into a Belgian glass. An opalescent golden orange color. Nicely carbonated in the Belgian style. That means those little bubbles. And a thick off-white head that is redolent of fruity esters. Juicy fruit, Belgian funk. Sweet malts. Hints of banana and cloves. Rich, thick smell. Very potent, for lack of a better word. Almost cupcakey. Cupcakey. Now that's an adjective you don't hear much. Almost cupcake-like malts. You know, that sweet yet still having a very doughy aspect to it. And kind of boozy even in the nose. But booziness is you know, it's not so bothersome when you're already a little bit boozed up, you know what I mean? Soft mouthfeel. Very thick. Very evident, thick, almost candied orange peel finish. Fruitcake-like. Boozy in the midst, but not as boozy as you'd think an 11.8 would be. Sultanas, golden raisins, almost a slightly rummy hint to the finish there. Very rich, very dessert-like. Very sweet, almost rock candy-like essence in the finish. And lingers on the tongue, along with just a hint of hops. It definitely doesn't drink like an 11.8, definitely drinks more like a 7 or 8.0 ABV, which makes this very dangerous. Booziness is well hidden, even though you kind of have boozy flavors, but the boozy flavors doesn't taste like alcohol heat. It tastes defined, like I said, sort of rum-like notes, rum raisin-like notes, especially in the finish. Kind of having some difficulty sussing out the front, as you kind of mentioned. I haven't mentioned the front yet. Going to clear out my mouth a little bit with some Earl Grey tea. Interesting interplay. It almost brings out an earthiness to it instead of like boosting a floral aspect. Nice lacing too. Take a look at that. Well, I guess the light's a little bit too bright, but it's a very nice lacing pattern. I am definitely drinking this a wee bit too fast. Almost like Madeira-like notes too in the mid to finish. That sort of candied orange peel. The sugariness. The what have you. Whatnot. Sugariness and whatnot, what have you. Okay, yeah, I better wrap this up because that 11.8 ABV is kicking in a little bit, as you might tell, as you might be able to discern, even with a full stomach here. Quite a full stomach. Indeed. Quite a full stomach. My nose is starting to run, which also is a sign that I should be slowing down a little bit, watching a video and watching an XCOM video and just sipping slowly from henceforth on for the rest of the night, while also alternating between more tea and water. Yes, this was, I'm digressing, which is what happens when I've had a little bit too much. This was a pretty good triple ale. I'd say a bit on the heavy-handed side in regards to flavors. And a Belgian-style triple should, of course, be a little bit on the heavy-handed side. This one was pretty boomy in that sort of candied, sweet sort of aspect. Yet, by the same token, you know, it hides its alcohol well. It's very aesthetic. And I am quite enjoying this, I might say. How come I stutter? How come I go and pause less when I'm drunk? I don't know. Such are the vicissitudes of life, as I like to say. Asylum from Left Coast Brewing. Give it a shot if you got the chance. I know it's pretty much common on the West Coast. And that's your beer review for tonight, folks. What is the Belgian toast? I can't remember. Well, cheers.